Happy Monday. So I hope that you guys have beautiful holidays with family and friends. So this second part with my friend Barry is because, even if we're in the adult industry field and everything, I believe that most of the people, they think that we don't, like we don't have a connection with our spirituality. And I want to talk with Barry because, you know, for the past couple of years, I've been feeling more connected within myself, with my consciousness. Forget about religion. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about spirituality. And I would like to hear your intake, your experience. How, how can we match and, uh, put together being spiritual, being sensual, being sexual, how we understand, how we enjoy, you know, not just the part of the physical part, but the most importantly, the energy that we exchange when we with someone. And the level that, first of all, respect, obviously. Um, the fact that I respect the person who is in front of me, and how can actually this comes to, in my case, to my religion, because I'll say always I'm Christian. I follow Jesus Christ because he wasn't he didn't come to this world to establish a religion. He came for you to understand, to wake up your consciousness and to question things, because basically what he did was question, all the laws and all the laws that they have at the moment, because they were pretty rough. I mean, he basically came to destroy the ideology and say, you know what? You are the one making your own decisions. You are the one that finding your own happiness. So therefore, you're the one that should be um, knowledgeable in things. And as I say always, sexuality is not something to deny. Sexuality is something that we need to understand. I need to understand why my body feels in certain ways, and we connect, the material, the body, with your soul, with your energy, because you're exchanging. Hello, hello. This is a very quick commercial because, we start 2026 with resolutions, with love, and trying to be better physically and obviously spiritually. Well, let me tell you something. Probably as you, I'm the one, looking for solutions for my skin and for my teeth and all this stuff. Look, I want to show you something. This is me. This is my face not long ago. I tried, I have eczema, I have rosacea, dermatitis, you name it. Okay, so one of these days I scrolled and I saw, like this Arbutin, this lotion, the Korean lotion. I gave it a chance, and I've been actually using it since December. And let me tell you, like, as soon as I started using it, it was gone. I mean, like, I never had this, my skin so clear. I mean, like, this thing really works, okay? And also, I want to recommend, because I believe that your smile is your business card, and you have to take care of your teeth. So this is actually the toothpaste that I use on daily basis. Very effective. In particular with this product, what happens is that you don't have to rinse it. You can keep it, just spell it out, of course, and keep it so the product will keep working. And the most important thing for me is it has no fluoride. Fluoride is really, really bad for your brain, for your cells, for your pineal gland. So yeah, the link is going it's going to be in my bio. Just buy it on Amazon, give it a try. Of course, it's not magical. It works gradually, but it keeps, like a very fresh, and it's an excellent product. So this is the two products that I want to recommend. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or if you're a girl. I mean, we all have sun damage in our skin, and this thing, it's miracle. I mean, these guys from Korea, they know what they're doing. But anyway, that was it. Mwah. Bye. Barry was one of the persons that since I met him, he has never been like respectful or controlling. However, he has, like a huge experience when it comes to BDSM. But in your own perspective, how can you manifest the energy that you have inside through the physical?
Well, first of all, I believe that in order for a relationship on any level to be spiritual, it has to be intimate. And for me, intimacy is that there's no skeletons in your closet. There was a book, I think it was by Leo Buscaglia. I read it 50 years ago. It was called Why I'm Afraid to Tell You Who I Am. And the bottom line is because you won't like me. And that's why we hold secrets inside and won't tell people that we're with about our past because of that. But once, for me, and this is for me, okay, I need to let somebody know who I am. I need to let them know about my past because that's what made me who I am today. Okay, I need to be honest with them. And for me, honesty would be just an example that I would say, I can love you, but I could not have sex with just you for the rest of my life. We need to have somebody else come into the relationship, or I need to go outside of our relationship. But I would prefer that you're bisexual and that we can do this together. So I have to be totally honest about these things. I also believe that being intimate when you're honest makes for better sex. Okay, it's more emotional. You can just have sex. It's very hard for me to have random sex anymore. There's got to be something emotional about it. Whether it's an intimate, doesn't have to be an intimate relationship.
Connection.
But it's got to have a connection, an emotional connection, and a mental connection as well as the physical. Okay, so I believe that when you're totally honest, that's very spiritual. When there's no dishonesty, and that's very hard to do for a lot of people. It was very hard for me to do for many, many years. I'm clean and sober now, going on like 45, 46 years, okay? And I probably wouldn't say that wasn't until about 25 years ago that I could be this way, and I had some spiritual awakenings along the way in my life to get me clean and sober. But as far as this goes, now you take the S&M aspect, okay? Just being in a regular relationship with somebody and being intimate, okay, which is like here, loving somebody when you have secrets or you lie or cheat, they don't know your past, you're here, but when you're intimate, you're here. Now, when somebody trusts you enough, okay, I'm a dom, but when somebody trusts you enough to allow them or allow you to tie them up, to blindfold them, to spank them, to put a knife on their chest and run it across them, whatever it is, okay, that's taking your intimacy, for me, and this is just my opinion, to another level. And that is a very spiritual thing. And I had a sub one time that I had got done. She was on the bed. I had got done caning her while she was lying flat, and she was. We were like an hour into a scene, and she was so far into subspace. It was like ridiculous. And when we were finished, I put her in my arms and held her, and she just started crying. And she looked at me and she said, "I saw Jesus," and I believe that.
Shut up. It happens to me.
It
happens to me.
And I believe that.
And I cry. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That was, long story short, that was a person that I was about to meet. I mean, we were on the phone for several times. I swear to God, I opened the door and it was like, whoa, like it was like a contrast. I mean, like the energy to the point that when after we made love, I was crying. I mean, like I was crying, but I didn't know what. Had never happened this. I mean, never happened. Never occurred something like this before. But then I realized, like I was so connected with his soul that that kind of energy basically brought me to the source. I mean, something that I never felt before. I mean, it's
You sure it just wasn't that he had a really big cock and you looked at him and went, holy Jesus Christ?
no. Stop it. Stop it. No, but absolutely yes, because that's the reason why I stopped going crazy randomly to guys, because I realized that at the end of the day, you are your own priority. I mean, I can love you, but I'm not going to give my heart away. Hell no. Now I understand that. I understand the connection, the sexual connection can be made, but in my case, like Barry, it's the same way. I like to be in front with the person, obviously, to tell him, listen, I'm not into dating modes or into an exclusive relationship, because I am not exclusive. I mean, I think I'm just a free spirit that likes to go here and there and has friends and share my time with you, share my sexuality, my female energy with you, or with someone else, But at the end of the day, I think the point here is that honesty, communication, regardless what you do, but learn to say no. Sometimes we,
Yeah.
in order to basically not maybe get what you want, or maybe sometimes you have to adapt to other person to get what you want. Just say, like I don't understand that sometimes as a couple, when you're in the intimate spot, they don't talk. I mean, like some guys, they don't want to talk. They don't want to say, hey, can you squeeze my balls or do this, do that. I mean, describe or talk to me the way that you want to be touched, and that's where you're gonna get. But if you're not being, like vocal and say the things in your mind, well, basically, Barry, you're not gonna read my mind. You would not never have a clue if I want my clit to be touched in such way, because, I mean,
How do you want your clit to be touched? But you can
toys.
Can't have them in
I
Thailand.
have it exactly. I have toys. These are the best friends.
Anyway, I have intimate relationships with people that I don't have sex with. I think that the few male friends that I have, they know who I am. I don't hide anything. I say, this is it. You want to be my friend, you want to be in my life, great. If you want to judge me, I don't need you. If you want to judge me based upon who I'm with, and I've been judged for many, many years about what I did for a living in the porn industry. I've been judged by being with a trans woman, whatever it is. And I have no room. My world, for me, is right here. It's right in front of me, and it's with who's within that 1 or 2 foot space at that moment. That is my world. That is my intimacy right there. And if you don't want to come into that space with me, and you have something against who I am or what I've done, no room for you.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
I can actually say that I have in Thailand, I have a couple of intimate male friends that they don't give a fuck. And
Because,
that's
okay, here's the thing. Because
that's
when
the
you're a friend,
mentality.
you don't judge. You get judged by your loved ones, by your family. Okay, but your friends, your real friends, they know your secrets. They know your, tendencies to do whatever.
It's that unconditional love.
Exactly.
And that's
Exactly.
what I think that God is all about, is loving and unconditionally forgiving. And that's what intimacy is all a part of that. And I love intimate relationships. And they're very hard to come by because I know that I can open up, but your partner, just because you do, doesn't necessarily mean that the person you're with is
Of
going
course.
to be the same.
Of course.
And you just have to trust and respect what they're giving you and accept that. Okay? And if you
Yeah.
don't, you don't.
Exactly. It's easy. It's a world. It's a life of options and decisions. And yeah, I mean, when when we're young, basically, I don't know you, but I guess that the criticism and the judgment by people affect us because we're growing, we're forming, like physically, psychologically, we are growing, and we don't right now. I mean, like, we don't know where to go until you hit the 30s, and then you hit the 40s, and then all this, as long as you're getting old or mature, you're getting more wise. So basically, you're getting less stressed about what people thinks, because at the end of the day, we are not a cookie cutter people. We are different. So we're not here to compare ourselves or compete. We are here to share what we have. And yeah, base what we know, because yeah, I mean, since I was very young, I knew that I was not going to be with one person for the rest of my life. That's not my style. I mean, I wasn't born for that. I was born to.
I don't think anybody was born for that. That's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you study anthropology, you're gonna find that the human being is like an animal. I mean, okay, some animals, they're made to be find a mate and live forever, whatever. But I don't think so. I think that God gave us, the particularly unique features. So we're not the same. So therefore, you're gonna be attractive with anyone or anything, and I don't share that, like the ones who you're married, oh, you don't have any eyes for nobody. And what world you live in? You have to be in constant. One thing is respecting, like the decision that you made. Okay, I just signed a contract, and I'm gonna eat white rice for the rest of my life because I like white rice. But okay,
That's
okay,
racist.
that's racist. It's racist. But anyway, so conclusions, Barry.
Conclusion. Conclusion is be happy and
Love yourself.
Be as honest as you can if you want to.
Yeah, honestly, comes with the fact that you accept them, who you are. You're not here to change anything. You're here to understand it and enjoy yourself.
And by the way, if you're ever in Thailand, I live in Jomtien Beach. You can find me just about every morning at the Wombat and Kiwi Bar on Soy 9 and Beach Road having breakfast. Come on by and let's talk about anything.
Say hi to my friend Barry. And, I always describe Barry as, have you watched Goodfellas, the movie? Kind of. That's my fella right here. I mean, we could do like
Forget about it.
good crimes, no bad crimes, good crimes. All right.
Some bad ones along.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I hope that I see you one day. Maybe it's remotely in Thailand or it's here in Florida, whatever.
Peace out.
Exactly. God bless. Have a wonderful week. Mwah. And yeah, love yourself, please. Bye.
Did you know that Bruno Mars is not from Mars? Did you know that you can skydive without a parachute, but only once? Did you know the symbol M in McDonald's represents the first letter of McDonald's, which is M? Did you know that Abraham Lincoln was born the same day as his birthday? Did you know that Pringles are called Pringles because someone named them Pringles? Did you know that The Lion King is not a true story? Did you know that the fastest car in the world is faster than all the other cars?